there's just something about living, truly being in partnership together during this time and living through this. For most people may or may not know, but my husband is in the financial services business. This is a pretty tense time for him. And like a lot of our pastors, he started at the top of his client list and he's worked his way through. He actually called his most anxious clients first, and then has just talked to every one of his clients during this time. So we are learning to be patient with one another. We go on a 5-mile walk every day because we're eating really well. We're trying a lot of great new recipes. We've got to go on that 5-mile walk. I'm working out in my little makeup home gym here. So I'm getting a couple workouts out of a day. I'm on constant Zoom calls. It seems like, it's not unusual for me to be on 4 or 5 a day and several phone calls in between that. Each day, though, I have to say that I've gotten dressed. While I know some people are very comfortable putting on a sweatshirt and yoga pants, I've actually gotten dressed and brushed my teeth, taken a shower, and put on real shoes every day. And I haven't put on heels, but I have put on real shoes because this is an important work time for me, and that's something that works for me. I know that doesn't work for everyone, but I go into my little office, and every morning I light a candle, and my prayer is, "Come, Holy Spirit, come. Give me a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind." And I go to work. And I emerge for lunch and go back and come back out at 5 or 6. So that's kind of the routine. So we've created new routines, but I think that I want to take this chance to say to people, please stay home. We haven't been anywhere. Dean's made a couple trips to the grocery store. We've looked after our neighbors. We've got some 90-year-old neighbors or so across the street. We do a little grocery shopping for them when we go. Stay home. They're not, yes, for yourself, but for others. I mean, you just don't know what you're going to bring home. And most of us come in contact with a lot of people in our lives. And this is a time for us to really, really be careful. I know there are people who doubt why we are not gathering for worship. Read the stories. Read the story of that 60-member choir out on the West Coast where 45 became infected and I think 2 have died. I look at the statistics. A few days ago, I think the governor said that if we were a country, we would be number 5. I'm sure that's even different today. So there is no reason, especially with great technology, for us not to connect with people. This is a resurrection, quote unquote, season, but every day is in fact a resurrection day, and we ought to treat it that way. I'm also really, I'll just say this one last thing. I pray for all of the people who have contracted this virus. For me, now these people have names and faces. These are people now that I know. It's not just a statistic. It is actually a person. And my prayers are with them. My prayers are with those people that are in hospitals by themselves. I can't imagine a parent having their parent in a hospital alone. But this is a week where we can really spend the time in prayer and discernment and praying for those that are impacted in so many ways.